Ryuji Sakamoto, hello. Sorry, I'm being a little slow right now. What a vibrant interface. Thanks. Cab64, hello. I'm pretty much just gonna play around and see if I can make a small amount of music with some of these game sound fonts that I have put together. If you don't know me, I'm a sound font guy. I make and extract sound fonts based on my favorite games, and I do music, sometimes covers, remixes, or even the occasional original. So unfortunately, I'm on a little bit of I have a delay. There's latency in the sound because of streaming, so I'm a little slow. Yo, wanted to drop by and say your Melee N64 remixes were really cool. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was a really fun project. If I could go back and redo it, there are things I would do differently. I kind of hurried through it because I was afraid that if I took too long that people would lose interest. But next time I think I'll take my time. But thank you very much. Yo, Drew Doodle, what's up? Welcome. Excuse the noise. I'm going to take a sip of water here. Okay, let's try something. I'm just gonna play around with this Mega Man Legends sound font. That's why you can see it in the background here. I don't really know what to do here. Maybe I'll do something inspired by, like, I don't know, a town. Let's do like a town theme. Store. I am waiting with anticipation for more Silent Hill 2. They really do capture the feel. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy how much those took off. That actually was it wasn't even an idea that I originally had on my own. A commenter on one of my very early videos was like, liked that stuff and thought that it might be fun to do a mashup between Silent Hill and Zelda. And they actually donated on Coffee. So I was like, oh, that was really nice. Like, thank you so much for giving me money. I wanted to like do something for them. And then they turned out to be really popular. People really seem to like them. So I'll keep doing them as long as people keep enjoying them. I love your Mario Kart Gran Turismo sound font videos. Oh, thank you. Yeah. The Gran Turismo font is another one that I put together myself. You can see a list of some of my sound fonts that I've made here on the left. Most of these are done. Hey, if I was interested in getting into doing things like this, what would you suggest for beginner-friendly software for music making? That's a good question. I know there are some free softwares out there. I cannot remember what they're called. Let me just double check. I think if you have a Mac, I'm pretty sure GarageBand is free. That's a really great one to start with. I do know that you can also use Reaper. Reaper has it has a free trial, but the free trial can be renewed every time it runs out. That beat was sick. I had the Silent Hill Zelda on repeat writing lyrics to it. Oh, thanks. That's awesome. I'd love to hear the lyrics. If you want to use the beat, you're more than welcome to. If you want to like upload it with your lyrics, I have no issue against that at all. I've seen a lot of your sound font work. I've definitely found some interest in possibly playing around with this. Yeah, definitely do it. all of my sound fonts, I mean, like once they're completed, I upload them completely for free. Musicalartifacts.com is also a really good place for sound fonts. Oh, Gab64, you're looking for that Sonic CD sound font. I'll get to it eventually. I have a lot of things to work on. If I do, I'll give full credit. That's great. Thanks. Yeah, I definitely would be interested. If you do, like, tag me or something so I can see it. I really like stuff like that. We can call it a collab, even though it's not really official. All right, let's see. I'm going to start with some basic chord work here. Actually, we need a BPM, don't we? What do we think? There. I do also have a MIDI keyboard, so I can do this, but the latency makes it kind of hard to play, so I'm just going to be clicking. I can't stay long, but it was nice meeting you, hearing you, whatever. I might be back soon. No problem. Thanks for coming by at all. This is my first stream, so I'm not totally sure how it's supposed to go, but the fact that you came by at all is really nice. Thank you. That's a little too. Drew Doodle. That kind of sounds suspiciously similar to the castle theme from Mario 64, doesn't it? Do 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 do. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we should change that. Just before the stream, I was playing with some sound fonts myself, and I wondered, are there any that are only a handful of instruments? Maybe 4 even? It would be a fun challenge to compose with so few. Yeah, actually, there are a few that are like really, really small. I have to remember which. But yeah, there are a few that only have like a handful, like 4 or 5 maybe. Let me see. Oh, R4, Ridge Racer. This is like, that's all that's in here, and only about half of it is usable. Well, your first stream? Yo, let's go. I've loved your Silent Hill Zelda sets. It makes me want to add your music to my Zelda D&D campaign to add a more grim, dark atmosphere, some intense scenes. Yes, definitely do that. Yeah, I love D&D. If you can find a way to make a Zelda Silent Hill type of crossover or like vibe work in that would be awesome. Also, let me play with you, please. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is the Ridge Racer 4 or R4 sound font. There's only a few things here, and a lot of them are just could be great for some like ambient D&B. It's pretty cool. And that's just a loop. Neat. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I have this one here, the PlayStation 2 system sounds. Like, none of this is usable. What is that? I guess that one's kind of cool. honestly, that's kind of really cool. Forget Mega Man Legends. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I got a lot of questions on the Melee sound font video or videos, asking about like how is it possible that there's a Melee sound font when that game didn't use a sound font? And technically, they are right. Melee did not use a sound font. It used live recorded synths and in some cases a live orchestra. But I just sampled the synths and made some like small edits to kind of like compress the sound a little bit. And that's how I ended up making a sound font for it. Basically, I figured that like the instrument sounds of Melee are so good, and like sound fonts. Okay, let me rewind a little bit. My whole opinion of sound fonts as a musician is that they're free, they're accessible, they're inspiring, because like we're inspired by the music of the games that we love, right? So like kind of being able to make music that more or less sounds like the games that we love is like so important to our creativity. And some of you might know this, some of you might not, but like my full-time job outside of Sound Font Guy is music. I do music for games and like movies and TV and stuff. So I got my start by using free sound fonts that I found online. And if it weren't for those sound fonts from like Super Nintendo games, I probably never would have like been able to make the music that got me my first jobs. Sorry, I'm going to catch up with chat now. Came to the same conclusions. Oh my goodness. Whoa. You guys have said a lot. Sorry, let me go back a little bit. Chip21, good lord, that's the sounds of the system menu. Yeah, I might actually do something with that. It's kind of cool. PS2 BIOS sound font, yes. What are some of your favorite MIDI instruments? That's a good question. I think well, I'm not sure how to answer that, because I guess I'm not sure what you mean by MIDI instruments. Oh wait. It's Wendy Bruss said, I'm going to go parsec into my PC and watch you play around while I lay down for bed. Super psyched to see your process here. On that note, I won't be able to chat much once I'm in bed, so just know I'm rooting for you. Love your work. Thank you so much. That's very kind. I'm so happy that like people have joined right away. I'm sorry that I'm spending the whole time talking instead of showing you what I do here. But yeah, you asked, Drew, you asked... Sorry, was it Drew? Yeah, Drew, you asked about my favorite MIDI instruments, and I'm really not sure. I think the like old school Windows MIDI instruments are hilarious because they're just so bad. And a lot of people... Okay, so I'm kind of old. So like when I was younger, like when I was really, really young, like elementary school... If you wanted to listen to video game music without playing the game, you had to like go on weird, goofy websites, and they mostly just had MIDIs. And then of course there's vgmusic.com, which was like fan-made MIDIs and stuff. Astora, I had a growing suspicion you're too professional about all this. Glad to hear you have such passion, one I wholeheartedly agree with. Thanks, Astora. Yeah, I mean, I had been doing music as like a side gig or like a side hustle after doing it. Like, okay, been doing it as a hobby my whole life, and then I got lucky enough to turn it into a side hustle over the last like 5 or 6 years. And then over the last year, I've been able to turn it into my full-time job. And like, it's a lot of it is luck, honestly. Like, I've just been really lucky, and I'm very grateful to have that luck. Vlad, I've been working on my first EP, albeit slowly, but I was hurting for beats, so yours just might show up on there. Yeah, please use, like, anything that's on the Sound Font Guy channel is, like, open license to use however you want. Please feel free to, like, I don't know, remix, remaster. You can be as derivative as you want or as original as you want. I really don't mind. Um, it's nice if you give credit, but I honestly don't. I'm not that much of a stickler for it. Like if you don't want to or you don't care, no biggie. I guess just like, what are some of your favorite instruments commonly in sound fonts? Oh, great question. So my number one favorite, okay, now I understand your question. Sorry, I'm coming back around. My number one favorite sound in sound fonts and like MIDI instruments in general is the nylon guitar. I use the nylon string guitar sound to like determine whether I think I'm going to like the rest of the sound font. Like the Mega Man Legends one has one. And that one's like, it's honestly pretty good. And sorry, I don't mean to clown on Windows GM. It is a classic. You're right. No disrespect. It's just I went through a long period of time where it was the only way I was able to hear some of my favorite game music as a kid. All right, I'm doing a lot of talking, so maybe now I'll just go quiet and make a little music and see what I come up with. Sorry, let me respond to some of this nylon guitar. That's really interesting. Yeah, nylon guitar is a. It's just like, I think it's because of my love for games like Chrono Cross and like, I don't know, town themes in general use nylon guitars a lot, and I really like that chill music. Back to Funky Town theme. Now comes the tough part, putting things down and asking, is this anything? Yeah, that is the tough part. And it feels like 99% of the time it's not anything. Maybe here I'll do something like, what do they use in Mega Man a lot? They use that like vibraphone. Yeah, there we go. Bring this up. What song? That's a good question. It's not really any song yet. It's just kind of a original. I'm just playing with the sound font. This is more of a like a jamming stream than a specific, like, I don't know. I don't have a strong goal in mind, honestly. Just kind of playing around. What is this song? It's not like a song from something. I just made this up. I'm just kind of like playing around. Looking at your workflow, I realize how useful the shortcuts are. I really should learn them. I don't even know all the shortcuts. I've been using FL for like 10 years and I still don't know all the shortcuts. I try to like memorize them sometimes. Like if you hover over them, you can see them in this top corner here. So like I kind of remember some of them, but the one that I remember the most is F12 because it closes everything. And that's useful when it starts to lag really bad. You can just hit the button. Can you make the second note a half step, maybe full step higher? The long held out one, the repeat one. This one? Like that? Is that what you mean? Or here? F12, the Mega Man jump scare. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, it's hard to tell which note you're referring to without having an exact like that. Okay, cool. We solved the puzzle, hooray. Yeah, it's A puzzle feels like that's what it definitely is. Like puzzle is such an accurate term. So, for any of you who are like songwriters or musicians at all, I'm going to tell you a secret tip that people in like the quote unquote industry know about melodies, is that you should always repeat like the first half or so of your melody the second time around, and then variation in this half. So like in here, you'll do like, you'll have whatever it is that you do, you put it here, and whatever is here should also be right here, like exactly the same. In this part here, you can kind of do more of what you want, but having that repetition like sticks it in people's brains. So, I mean, I don't do that exclusively. I don't mean like just be totally unoriginal and copy and paste, but like having this section and this section be similar is very like, it's kind of like the foundation of what makes something catchy. Oh no. Okay, so now we have a good melody, I think. Should add some soft choir. Could be sweet sounding. Well, I was originally trying to stick to just the Mega Man sound font. I don't know if there's a choir, but honestly, like, why limit ourselves, right? Is there a choir in here? I don't feel like I remember there being a choir in that game, so let's try another one. As a general rule, I'm trying to only use sound fonts that I put together myself from games, not any that I downloaded from the internet. Let's see if Digimon World has a choir sound. Ooh, look. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Both PS1 games. That should be nice, right? All right, now let's try this choir. So to save time, I'm just going to copy the bass line, which right now is just root notes, and I'm going to put them in this choir. Bring them up an octave. Sounds a little ominous that way. Let me see if I can sweeten it up. Love MML. Yeah, me too. Mega Man Legends is one of my favorite games of that era. All right. I think we need... Oops. When you mentioned that tip, immediately Toho came to my mind. It's very true. Yeah, Toho has some of like the most catchy music probably ever. There's a reason that the music is so insanely popular. All right, now let's add a little variation. Do something like this. Oops. Oh yeah, I should probably save it, huh? I'll just call it MML thing. So I'm going to try something called gluing, which is, if you use FL Studio, it's Control G, and it just links any notes that are the same note and that are touching. They'll just be glued together. So I'll do something like this. The choir part feels very David Wise. Yeah, I guess it kind of does. Although I don't know that I would necessarily compare myself to David Wise, but definitely an inspiration. You know, okay, I should probably name these so I can keep track of them. I'm going to try something a little different, and I'm going to pan these. I'm going to have two of them, so I just duplicated that, so I'll have two choirs, and I'm going to pan them to either side, and then I'm going to just delete some of the notes in each one. Hopefully I can remember which ones I deleted, so I don't... Okay, wait. That can go... This... Oh no, wait. What am I doing? I've managed to confuse myself for no reason at all. There we go. Okay. That's gonna go in this and this. Cool. Oh, a choir, a sign that the town may have a church, which most likely means a free HP heal for the party. Yeah, in most cases, yes, unless they're like a weird cult, which honestly they might be. You never know, especially if like the topic of Silent Hill comes up. There's definitely some cult activity. All right, so all right, that's pretty nice. Maybe we should add some kind of... These drum kits are kind of haphazard. Maybe not a steel drum. That's a little too far in the island territory. But I think it might be... No, I don't like that one either. I feel like I just want some like simple bongos or something. Just like a really soft percussion. I think there's some in the Melee font. Let's try it. Nice. Bongo. Oops. silent chill more like? Yeah, you know what's funny? The number of times that I've seen the phrase silent chill since I started doing that Silent Hill stuff. Bongos are awesome. Agreed. I think we could decide on the setting and then choose an ambient SFX to paint the location, like the wind or seashore waves. I like the idea of some nice waves. Would fit the MML setting nicely too. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I wonder if I have anything like that. I think, okay, wait. I don't know if I have... I'm thinking. This is what happens when you have like too many things on your computer. No, I'm like not sure if I have it or not. I'm trying to think. I definitely have... Wait, is it in here? Yeah, I have this. From Mega Man Legends. I'm definitely putting that in there at least. Let's do the birds, and then we can see if we can find... Oh, there's definitely seashore noises. We definitely have some of that in here. Not in the Mega Man Legends one, but in one of these, there's definitely some. Okay. Hold on. I always rip sounds from YouTube using Audacity. Yeah, that's a pretty common method. For obvious reasons, I can't condone any illegal activity. But there is a lot of like royalty-free stuff on YouTube. This is why I purge my sample folder from time to time. The analysis paralysis is real. Wow. I've never actually heard it called analysis paralysis, but that's genius. Vlad, dang, I'm unoriginal. No, you're not original. You're not unoriginal. Oh my God, sorry. You're not unoriginal. I think it's, we'll call it convergent originality, where multiple people have the same original idea. How's that? You should put a random breakcore beat in the back half of the song. That's a great idea. Remind me if we get that far today, remind me, and I will do something like that. Wait, let's put the birds at the beginning. Actually, what if we just have birds chirping for a little while? For just like a couple seconds, and then the music. It's a little loud. All right, now that we've established a basic chord progression, I kind of feel like we should make this bass a little more interesting. This is so chill. I'm visiting my brother mixing an EP, so I'm in a very music mood. This came at a great time. Awesome. I hope it inspires. I really didn't want to make an account. The birds do add this nice calming atmosphere. Yeah, I think so too. The Ridge Racer had a breakbeat loop. That's close enough to an Amen beat. Oh yeah, there's definitely... Okay, so if I'm being real, I don't actually know how to use it. Just like... Okay. So the loop is broken up so that it's like on multiple keys. So it's like on C it plays this, and then on D it plays this. Okay, I think I got it. hold on. I'm just gonna do this. No. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we got the loop right. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just delete a little bit of the silence here so that it's clean. Okay. This is... okay, we won't put it this early in the song, but like... So if I fit this to the tempo, it's probably going to be pretty slow. This is honestly... This is a whole vibe. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a vibe. Why does that work? Why does that work so well? You're just in this like peaceful seaside town, but also there's like a I can't think of like what lore wise what would that mean. I don't think the bongos go very well with the breakbeat, so maybe I'll have the bongo first and then the breakbeat can come in. Nice. Maybe I should chop this up a little bit. Let's try a little chop. I've got it. Definitely got it. Cut that out. Boom. My theory is that's because breakbeats are usually chopped in parts and their order rearranged, thus playing them as notes you can achieve the same without splicing the sound wave. That's a really good point. In fact, I think your logic is probably exactly right. Peaceful party time. This is the intro cutscene where the breakbeat pops in when the camera flies around. That's the lore. Bongos first, definitely. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so let me just do that. All right, let's just hear the lead in and then we'll... That could probably be a little more interesting. Wait. There. Yeah, I think that works a little better. Now what I really need to do is like get some more hi-hats and chop those, like a hi-hat loop and chop it up under here. Beat Shore, yes. Goodbye, Sea Snore. Welcome to Beat Shore. Kind of want to boost the BPM just a little bit. We're pressing start with this one. Yo, honestly, you guys are way more entertaining than I am. I'm like, I'll do a stream. Maybe people will like that. And I'm clearly enjoying it more than everybody else. Okay, let's try. I'm going to go back to the Mega Man Legends sound font, only because if I start trying to pick a new one, I'll get overwhelmed. Oops. Let's use this weird thing. That's super weird. A little later. Is that right? That sounds super goofy, but why not? Oh my gosh, it does sound like Yoshi. You're so right. I don't know. Oh man, now it's ruined forever. I can never listen to it again. So wait, let me just share an interesting bit of information about this synth sound that straight up just sounds like Yoshi sticking his tongue out. In order to do the shuffle, press the dance button. Okay, so when I was extracting this sound font from the soundtrack of Mega Man Legends, this sound was not in there, but I knew that it was in the game because I remembered hearing it in the scene. I think it's the scene right after you beat Tronbon for the first time. There's like, I forget how it goes. I don't remember, but there's like a silly song that plays that it has that sound, but none of the stuff that I could find in the game files sounded like that. I could not figure out where it was. So I decided to just go on YouTube and find the song, and I found the song, and I just recorded it and cut one note of that instrument, did a bunch of like EQing and other various like editing tricks to make it sound like an instrument, and now it's here. I don't know why it's like so hard to find in the game files, because I found all the other sounds. But anyway, back to the chat. Ryuquincy. Oh my gosh, we have a celebrity in the chat. It's Ryuquincy. Yo, is that the dedicated guy who does sound fonts? Mr. Sound Font Guy? Yeah, it's me. It's me, apparently. Yeah, okay, so now I'm going to change this. I don't want to use that anymore. No music box. Weird xylophone. I think I like this horn. Man, that horn is good. Thanks. So I guess this is what we have so far. I'm going to mute that one, actually. Sorry, I keep talking over it. Let's just start by listening to the birds. In fact, I'll even make the birds part longer. How's that? Oh no, I forgot to move the drums. Ruined. Everything's ruined. I really like this drum beat that we decided to use. Because now, like, first it was like a beachside town. Now it's a beachside town in cyberspace. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to change the bass so that it's a little more interesting. How about that? Currently, there's a huge... Burb SFX goes cheap. You're right. Currently, there's a huge interest in retro-inspired games. Teams that develop them should seek you out to make OSTs for them. Yeah, I would love that. Though, full disclosure, I kind of spend a lot of my time doing that already. I work for games. I mean, I work for like game companies and stuff like that, doing sometimes retro inspired games, sometimes not. Let's see. Actually, a small bit of the drums just starting around the 21st or 22nd beat doesn't sound so bad. You know what? I think you're right. Let's put that there. This reminds me of a slightly chiller Ape Escape. Yeah, it does kind of have that vibe. Now I feel like this bass is too busy. All right, maybe we can use it later. We'll put it over there. Get out of here. Three hours later, it's going to be a Hawaiian beach with dubstep sounds all over it. The annoying part is that you have to hear like this annoying thing that if you're not someone who makes music, you're probably not used to it. But this sound, changing like one tiny thing every time you press the space bar. You have to listen to like one beat or two beats over and over again as you're just trying to perfect this one like half a second of sound. I'm genuinely digging this. I think I just need to know what the heck to do next. I mean, probably by this point it's starting to get a little repetitive, right? Maybe we can do like a chord change up or something. Nice. As long as we have Fruity Dance, everything's fine. So, Mr. Sound Font Guy, TM, what is your favorite sound font you have created so far? That's so hard. Retro Ranter, hey! Hold on, let me answer Ryukensi's question. My favorite sound font I've created so far. Okay, so it depends on the context. In terms of like game sound fonts, the Chrono Cross sound font I think is one of my favorites that I've compiled, just because I love the Chrono Cross instruments so much. They just have such a nice, clean, pleasant, like really gentle sound to them. That nylon guitar though, right? Also, the steel guitar is pretty good too. I hit a wrong note, sorry. The string ensemble is like noticeably synth sounding, but it still has that same gentle quality. Anyway, so that's one. This is one that like I ripped it from the game disc and then I named all the instruments and built a sound font around them. The name is Fruity. That's flipping awesome. Yeah. The Fruity Dance has been like, I like totally forgot that it existed until just now when I loaded it up. Yeah, so another, like a close second would probably be Final Fantasy IX, because it's one of my favorite games of all time. And as a kid, I always wished that I had those instruments. That's the drum kit. Really great sounds. Like this. It's just really nice. Also, the organs. Strong organs. I'm pretty sure the nylon guitar in here is pretty strong too. Yeah, it's really nice. So those are my favorite sound fonts so far that I've ripped. In terms of sound fonts that I've made, I think so far, I mean, you guys haven't heard this yet, but Ryukensi has. I've been working on a Mario and Luigi Dream Team sound font. That's another game that didn't actually use a sound font, but they used a lot of synths and sound libraries. So I'm trying to turn those synths into sound fonts that can be used by anyone. It's a little challenging. It's a lot more challenging than just ripping a sound font, honestly, to like build one from the ground up with samples. But it's a labor of love, right? And then last but not least, I have originals, like ones that I've made completely from scratch that are not from any game. I have this small nylon guitar, which is a guitar I actually have here in my home studio. It's an old, like, broken piece of crap. And I just really like it. And then this one I call the Last of Us guitar. It's literally just that same guitar, but like more out of tune and crappy sounding. Still has kind of a Silent Hill vibe. Termination pad is really cool if you're a fan of Terminator. I just made this pad by like combining a bunch of sounds and adding some distortion. Sorry, chat. Let me catch up with you real quick. Okay, Vlad says you should check out Cade and Roxg. Is it just Rooxg? When you guys get a chance. Two smaller artists that make great game-inspired jungle and D&B. Oh, yeah, I definitely will. In fact, I'm going to write that down right now. Cade. Nice. Yeah, I love stuff like that, so I will definitely be right on that. Drew says, yeah, finding your Chrono Cross sound font was so helpful because I love the later Square PS1 music. Yeah, me too. And like, it blew my mind that like the Final Fantasy VII sound font and most of the Final Fantasy games before 7 and even 10, like 10 and I think 10-2 had sound fonts out already. Somebody had like already done it. And I'm like, why not Chrono Cross? Why not Final Fantasy 9? I know they're not quite as popular, but like, come on. Show a little love. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Plant-Based Tech Review says, how do we get access to your library? So I have it's basically right now it's just like an open Google Drive. I'm working on like making a shop. Like I was thinking about making like a shop on Ko-Fi or Coffee or whatever it's called .com, but like have everything be free, like sell everything for $0. Like, so here's my thing when it comes to like money is that like I'm doing this totally for free. And I do not expect like anybody to pay any money at all. Like the whole reason that I was able to get started and like turn this into a full-time job is because I had access to free sound fonts. So my sound fonts will always be free. Donations are like really nice if you want to support. That's really great, and I greatly appreciate that because a lot of work does go into it, but there is absolutely no expectation for money at all. I just strongly believe, like from a moral standpoint, that music should be accessible to everyone. Yeah, so sorry, Plant-Based Tech Reviews. Let me get back to your question real quick. Chat, have I returned? Sorry, I don't know what happened. I think I had like a network error or something. Oh, good. Okay, so in the chat, I am now going to post a link to the Google Drive folder that has my library of all my sound fonts. Not everything is in there yet because some stuff isn't finished and I don't want it I don't want it out there until it's at least like done enough. So any second now you should see a link in the chat. And that's like everything that I have that I've done so far. That's like finished and ready to be used. I need to listen to the Chrono Cross soundtrack because the sound font is just beautiful. Oh yeah. It's a really, really fantastic soundtrack. It takes, if you're like a fan of Chrono Trigger, it's a lot of those themes, a lot of the same like melodies that you'll recognize, but they're much more, they're just softer and kind of, for the most part, they're just more gentle. There's something kind of like, I don't know, sad about it. I'm not sure. Those Mario and Luigi RPGs are so good. I haven't actually played them yet. I only started making the sound font because a friend of mine requested it. But I definitely want to play them. ROOXG is French, so I'm not sure how you pronounce that, to be honest. Both those artists gave me permission to play their tracks on stream. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, the same goes for anything that I do on this channel. I will say that like some of this music, I mean, a lot of the stuff that you'll find on my channel is like covers. So technically there is like the copyright is owned by the original composer or Nintendo or whoever published it. But since it's like the Silent Hill stuff, you'll probably be safe. And like, I do have some plans to share like some original stuff that's like in the same niche as like game sound font music. Basically the point that I'm getting at here is that I will have more original music on the channel that I'll be doing like for fun. Like this is totally original and we're kind of doing it together here on stream. So like when this is done or like close to done and in a listenable state, it'll be totally free for anybody to use if they want to. And it's pretty much the philosophy I have in general. I'm going to give this one more listen through. Well, Fruity Dance is having a great time, so that's all the confirmation I need. I'm not totally sold on this melody, that's why I keep muting it. Might work better with something less that. That might work. Let's rename this. Defeating slimes on the beach.mp3. Is this the sound font man? Oh, yo! It's the political one. FL Chan is surely enjoying the beat. Yeah. Probably my biggest fan, honestly. It's great. Thank you, Ryukunsi. Political one. Bro, he sounds like that music guy Elazid. So anyway, this is a synth string melody. So now the real question is like, what next? I'm gonna go ahead and rename some of these. That's the bass. That's the vibe. The vibe is honestly so good right now. Can you explain to me briefly what you did to isolate the breakbeat? What that tool was you used? Okay, yeah, sure. So, so in the R4 sound font, there's a patch here called drum loop, and I think the R4 sound font is in the link that I sent. If it's not, I'll put it in there today. But yeah, so I mentioned earlier, C is that part of the loop, and then D is that part. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. Like, why have the first like fifth of the loop there and then the other 4/5? Anyway, so so Fruity Loops has a built-in sound editor called Edison. Ta-da. So you just pick it from your list, and then whatever it's on, the political one. Whoa, thank you so much. Wow. That's awesome. That's a coffee right there. Nice to see you streaming again. Need Octopath too. Oh yeah. Wow, thanks. That's really awesome. Wow. Now I'm all distracted. Okay, so when you have Edison open, it'll record whatever sound is happening in whatever mixer track you have open. If you're not using the mixer yet, then you can just put it on the master. So open Edison and then hit record, and it'll, by default, it only starts recording when there's sound. So it's not recording anything yet, but make sure that you have the things selected that you want to record. And then all I did was I just played the notes, the C and the D, like this. There you go. I just made my own breakbeat. Then you hit stop when you're done. And then the red is like the highlighted area. It'll loop whatever area is highlighted. And then usually you'll want to like tighten it up so that it's like right up against, like basically where the silence, just before the silence ends, will be the start of your loop. And then it's usually like that. This arrow means that the cursor will follow the screen, or the screen will follow the cursor, so it moves. I like to leave that off. And then this infinity sign will loop the selection. It's a pretty terrible spot to loop. Let's try this. There we go. Now we have a loop. So then once you have your loop selected, if you press Control Delete, it deletes everything but what you had selected. Pretty neat. And then once you have your sound where you want it, like it sounds the way that you want it to sound, the loop sounds clean, then I take this button here, you click and drag it up here, and then down into this. Boom, now I have my sample. And then I'm going to click this corner and then fit to tempo. It'll estimate. Most of the time it's right. Sometimes it's wrong and you have to mess with it a little bit. But now we have this for no reason at all, because it sounds terrible. But now you know how to use that. I'm pretty sure for those of you who are using like older versions of FL, which I know is a lot of people, I'm pretty sure that Edison is pretty old. So even older versions will probably have it. And if they don't, there are definitely for sure some free free sound editing plugins out there. But yeah, now you know. Thank you, homie. You're very welcome. Yeah, I hope it helps. All right, now I feel like we need to like... Okay, I'm gonna do this. No, that's something else. You ever see that Vengent guy on TikTok or YouTube? He makes entire tracks from viral video samples or random audio. Wow, that's pretty cool. I've never seen him, but now I'm interested and I'm going to have to put that on my list. Astora, who knew that Beach Town has a coffee shop too? Wow, thank you so much. You're awesome. That's so nice. I really, really appreciate that. Wow, you guys are like blowing me away right now. my first stream. This isn't the first time that I've ever streamed in my life, but like this is the first stream like as soundfont guy and like doing soundfont related things. And it's just a really, really nice gesture. So thank you. Let's see, Vengent. Okay, let me just write that down. Oh no. Save that like that for now. Retro Ranter says, went to see Vengent live in February. Absolute banger of a show. Love that guy. Yo, how is it that you've seen this person live? I'm hearing of them now for the first time and you've seen him live? Wow. In February. That's when my birthday is, so I could have gone and I missed it. Nick Knight. Ah, good to see you. I was playing around with your Silent Hill sound font today. Thank you for making them. Oh, you're very welcome. It's totally, completely my pleasure. I hope you had fun with it. I had a lot of fun making it. Unfortunately, the sound font, the Silent Hill sound font, does not cover every single sound that's in Silent Hill. And that's mainly because a lot of the soundtrack is like pre-recorded CD audio. But some of it is actually a sound font. It's so weird too, because it's like a full drum loop and a full pad, and that's the MIDI. It's like track one of the MIDI, or like instrument one of the MIDI is like somebody holding one key, and then instrument two is somebody holding another key, and that's the whole song. But it's a drum loop and like an ambient pad. He's English, so it's easy. Oh yeah. I'm not in England. Not that I wouldn't love to visit. I honestly, genuinely love a good gray, rainy day. And I'm not being funny, I'm serious. Yeah, a lot of the samples are from Bizarre Guitar and Distorted Reality. You compiled a lot of the beautiful pads, though. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Bizarre Guitar, I'm not as familiar with, but I definitely have like seen it in passing. But Distorted Reality, like everybody knows that. That's the big one. And like with good reason. So, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, Astora, sorry. When I answered your question earlier, that was when the stream cut out. Sorry about that. Yeah, let me respond again. I definitely will showcase the process of making a sound font. I probably won't do it today, but I definitely will make an effort to do it soon. I was thinking that it might be a good idea to just make like a tutorial video for anybody who wants to do it. It can be kind of an involved process, but it doesn't have to be super difficult. It definitely helps if you know how to use something like FL Studio or like any DAW in general. Yeah, because like you'll probably have to do a lot of sound editing in Edison, or at least some, because oftentimes like the ripping process will ruin the loop points of the samples. And so oftentimes I have to go in and fix those. Nick Knight, I made a video specifically about the shud sound a while back. You called that sample the big clock, I think. Okay. In my defense, I just named them based on like what they sounded like to me. I didn't accurately source them. Just being real. They came out of the game disc as like sample 1, sample 2, sample 3, and so on. So I just named everything based on like, I don't know, based on nothing, just what it sounded like. I'm asking because I've tried to compile some NDS sound fonts, but it was quite messy. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I personally find that Nintendo DS sound fonts are some of the easier ones to work with, mainly because they, like the software VGM Trans, really seems like it's optimized for Nintendo DS stuff. So, it tends to work best, but it's separated by track, and sometimes they're not even named, and like it can be messy. So I totally understand your frustration, but if I were to do a tutorial, I would definitely show you how to make that process a little more smooth. I like the name you picked. It's from Bizarre Guitar, I think. I've read somewhere that it comes with Omnisphere. Oh yeah. I don't actually have Omnisphere myself, but as far as I understand, pretty much every sample CD that Spectrasonics ever released, and not just Spectrasonics, but I think some other companies too, it's like all contained in Omnisphere. Now I'm confused. I forgot what I was doing. I need to hear the original chords. Let me catch up with chat. Nick Knight, did you make a video on Silent Hill 4 a few years back? I'm seeing familiar faces from YouTube. Yes, I did. Back then I was still the Creepy Realms. That video started off just because I wanted to show that a good Silent Hill game didn't need to be a remake. And then I ended up making a review in 2020. You know what? I don't recognize your face or your name, but I'm a very Silent Hill obsessed person, so I've probably seen it too. Probably seen your video. And if I haven't, I want to. Somber tone, interesting change. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of messing around. See how it transitions. Okay, so it's just like a little bridge. I think it's fine as long as it's just that one time. I'm just going to steal all these root notes because I'm lazy and uncreative. Just kidding, guys. Don't Yeah, I like that. Should we put the same breakbeat in there? Sad breakbeats to lay on the beach to? All right, I'm going to make things a little more complicated now, and I'm going to put all of these in mixer tracks and start pre-mixing a little bit. So if you don't know how to do that, I'll just tell you. You can highlight with that there, just drag down, and then hit Control L, and it'll link them each to their own mixer track. Already I can see everything's way too loud, so I'm going to bring that down, and then I'll go ahead and just use Loud Max to bring it up again. Oh, I brought it up too far. I'm so sorry. Drunk scare. Maybe a return to the bongos for the bridge. That's a great idea. Let's see. I don't know if that won't be too much messing, but a low EQ for the bridge. Low EQ, like a low pass? Can we do a little low pass? A Little high pass too? No, probably not that. Yeah. Is that what you meant? Oh, for the breakbeat. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Hold on. Wait. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. No, we can make this work. I think we can make this work. Come on, you can go lower than that. What are you doing? Did I put the wrong... Oh yeah, because I'm using the wrong knob like a dingus. Jeez. Okay, let's just fix that, and... It's supposed to be this one. Okay. You can hear the kick drum, but you can't quite hear anything else. So I'm going to bring it up some more. Only ever used FL and LMMS. What is LMMS? Is that like a tracker? I don't think I've ever used that one. Something's got to be done about this reverb. I like it, but it's like not hitting. For those of you who like to do like retro game music, there's a plugin called PSX Reverb. I know there is I know that Shirobon a while back, like years ago, released a bunch of impulse responses that were recorded directly from a PS1, and that's really cool. However, the issue is that most convolution reverbs, they really embellish the impulse response. Excuse me. So like they kind of make the PS1 reverb impulse responses sound like too good, basically. And we don't want it to sound that good. We want it to sound old school. We want it to sound, 90s. Which, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, that is such a cool thing that he did. Like, I used those for a really long time before I found this. However, this has a drawback of its own, which is that it doesn't have the ability to, like, set a cutoff, like a low cut. And you definitely don't want to be reverbing out your kick drum and your bass and all that stuff. So I use frequency splitter, and I just route all the low frequencies away from the reverb, and the rest can go through. So what if we use Hall? I like it. Yeah, it sounds pretty nice. Oh, that sounds so PS1. After learning about convolution, I got addicted to it. You can do so much with it by simply playing around. Oh yeah, if you like convolution, I have some impulse responses. I have some PS2 impulse responses that I basically recorded the same way that Shirobon did. I also have impulse responses for PSX that I recorded from this reverb, and as you'd expect, it does not sound the same in a convolver. But yeah, I have a bunch of PS2 impulse responses. If anybody wants them, I could put them in the folder. Particularly the reverb sound that is used in the PS2 startup, and is also used in some games. I think I remember hearing somewhere that because the PS2's processing power was so much better than the PS1, that reverb algorithms were like programmed into games individually in some cases, which is kind of cool. And of course, like, as we know, the PS2 used a lot more like CD music than it did sequence music, so there wasn't a lot of use for the reverb in the same way that there was on the PS1. But it was there. It existed. You know what? I'm just going to let you guys listen to this for a second while I take like a 30-second break. Dang, I tried to get back before the track looped around. Okay. I mean, it's about a minute long. We could loop it right there and call it done. Or we could add a whole new section. Yeah, let's do that. I'm doing it. Don't try to stop me because I'm going to do it. But what will I use? I mean, I originally was going to try to use just Mega Man Legends sound font, but forget it. Forget it. I'm not going to try to stick to one anymore. I'm just going to do whatever the heck I want. Oh, look, this is funny. So I tried to make a sound font of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, even though the entire soundtrack is live recorded instruments. I was like, oh, I'll just sample them and turn them into a sound font. And let me just tell you, it did not work. I mean, it kind of did, but it doesn't sound anywhere near as good. It's kind of a cool bongo, actually. Oh crap, Disney just canceled me. Oh yeah, this is the harp. I sampled the harp from Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which is a beautiful, beautiful live played harp. Nothing better than showering with beach music composed by sound font guy TM. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Here's the lute. Pretty cool, honestly. It's how about this marimba? That's a pretty cool marimba. Okay, we're not gonna do that, but it's pretty cool, right? Also this synth pad. Yeah, that was a fun little showcase. Tommy Pickles jump scare. That was a very 90s reference that I just pulled out. Oh no, that's a little too harsh for this. Let's use the Legacy of Goku sound font for the next part. That synth pad sounds like some PS1 demo disc menu music. Yo, now that you mention that, there was a PS1 demo disc that I had. I think I got it with my PS1. And it had this like rave track that would play in the background while you like choose whatever demo you wanted to play. And I have struggled to find that song online. Like I've been looking for years. There's like a whole playlist on YouTube of demo disc music from the PS1, and none of them are it. Like not one of them is the right song. All right, I'll use this. I'll use this square wave. That's pretty nice. I feel like this needs something else, like just one more instrument, like a string ensemble or something. Should we use DBZ, Attack of the Saiyans? Does that have a string ensemble? Oh, it does. Yep, we're using it. String ensemble. Damn, we need to go down the PS1 demo disc music rabbit hole. Yeah, we do, because I need it. I just need that itch scratched, you know? It's probably not even that good, but like, you know, when you're a kid and you like have demo discs were such a cool thing. Because like you got to play a little bit of a bunch of different games, even games you didn't really like. And that demo disc music was like, I don't know, it was like the calling card of free games, basically. A little loud. Oh, even louder. Kind of want these strings to climb a little bit. Bro, I think I know what song you mean. I'm always looking for demo disc themes, but they're like lost media now. I wonder if I have... I think I actually have a demo disc still, like in a CD sleeve, but it's just Spyro. It's just a demo of the Spyro, like the home world, I think. Boop. Wait, are you saying bop or boop, Vlad? It's really important that I know. Because if you're saying bop, thank you. If you're saying boop, then you're probably referring to the square sound that just buzzed into our ears. Totally get that. There's this game on PS1 called Fluid that's mostly about making these soundscapes while playing as a dolphin. I've searched for years for that game. I've never heard of that. No relation to Echo the Dolphin, right? Probably not, just clarifying. Astora, the good old square. It always reminds me of the one used in WinGM, or for how many freeware games used it. It was very distinct. Oh, yeah. I swear I'm hearing the Castlevania Legacy of Darkness main theme. No way. No way. Yeah, you're probably right. It does sound a little bit like that. Now I'm going to start doing some mild sound design and mixing stuff here. I'm going to do a little stereo enhancing. So for those of you who are using the latest FL, if you are, Spreader, have you used Spreader yet? Man, it's insane. Okay, it's not like amazing. Like the sound that comes out of it isn't always the best sound ever, but the algorithm is mind-blowing. It takes any sound Wait a second. Is this already a stereo sound? What? No way! DBZ Attack of the Saiyans has a stereo string sound? What? No freaking way. Wow. Well, that just blows everything I was trying to say out of the water. Like, forget it. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nah, it's called Fluid. And you play that dolphin from the back. It's kind of 3D with pre-rendered backgrounds. I love a pre-rendered background, let me tell you. Sorry, I gotta have this thing in the way for a second because I'm clipping. So I need to fix this. Hopefully that helps. Castlevania Island of Darkness Z. That's where we are. Now I'm really going to get crazy with the mixing, even though I definitely don't have to. It's just fun. I'm going to sidechain this nylon guitar right into this string ensemble. With Soothe. Just to carve out a little space for this guitar since it's playing in kind of the same register as the strings. Alright guys, it was awesome to catch you all. I'm off to bed, unfortunately. Nick Knight, have a great night. Thanks for coming by. I'm definitely going to be swinging over to your channel to see if I've seen that video. And if I haven't, I will be watching it. Have a good night. Wait a minute. Wait, did he say retro renter? I'm pretty sure you're a retro homeowner by now. That was a dumb joke, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to now say what I was going to say about the spreader plugin. Spreader. It just takes any signal and turns it into stereo somehow using an algorithm. Check it out. So the yellow is the original sound. As you can see, it's mono. And then the orange is the new sound, stereoized. Tora, hello Tora. Welcome. We're doing a song. I don't really know what to call it. Here, have a listen. Astora, have a great night. Or day. I don't know what time of day it is for you, but thanks for coming, and thanks very, very, very much for the super chat. And thanks for joining us. And I hope to see you again. Well, I think I'll do maybe just one more small section, and then probably be done with this. But what will I do? Man, sound font guy, your FL Studio looks so cool, very PS1-ish. Yeah, that's the idea. I just have a fully gray theme. And that guy. Whoa, okay, I'm gonna have to unspread this because the spreader's messing with my head now. There we go. I don't know why, for some reason the stereoizing algorithm was like making my ears confused. Come on. There we go. I like that. You know, it's a little trick that I do sometimes. I'm probably not the only one, but if you're not working with any like weird proprietary plugins and you're mostly just using sound fonts, you can just bend the entire project up or down in pitch. I don't suggest leaving it that way, but it is nice to kind of like refresh your ears a little bit because you're just hearing the same pitches over and over and over again. So I'll just bring this down 2 steps. Yeah. Nice. Love that. Great. And then we can just loop it. Wow. We did it, guys. We did it. Wow. Wait, let me add something here. Okay, let's see. All of the collaborators. Oh, I don't remember how to spell some of these names. Let me just scroll up for a second. So I'll just leave this playing in the background for a minute while I type in the names of everybody who contributed to this so that you can be credited. Who else? Drew was here, but I can't remember how to spell Drew's handle. There we go. Nice. I'm missing at least one person, right? Oh, Domo. Domo. In the future, I'll have to, It's Wendy, bruh. Yeah, in the future, I'll definitely have to, like, write the names as you guys appear so that I don't have to go all the way through. Nice. All right. Well, that about does it. I'll make some final adjustments to the mix. Hopefully get it nice and clean sounding, and then I will upload it. I mean, I fully expect it to get like no views, but that's not the point. It's for us, right? Yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. I will definitely try to do this more, and I think maybe next time I'll focus on like how to make sound fonts and how to polish them and edit them and stuff. Yeah, no, so that's it. Thanks a bunch, everybody who joined. I'm gonna let this play out one more time, and then I will say sayonara.